Oh, hello, me Grimlock, you friends. It is I, Sam of SG1, coming at you for another Transformers Transformation review thingy. Yes, before we get onto it, unfortunately you're only getting one review this week because I've just not had time. It's busy because it was my birthday on Tuesday, and this is a birthday present of my sister. Plus it's TF Nation next week, so I've got a lot of stuff going on right now. So I managed to get one review out. I hope you enjoy. And as with your eyes, you can see that we're taking a look at Age of Primes Generation 2 Grimlock with Wheelie. Yes. Anyway, it's if you've seen the Studio Series Grimlock, this is exactly the same toy. Also, I tell you what, they've got the mold. They've got the use out of the mold because they've got the Studio Series, the Generation 2, the yellow one, the Tiger Strike one, the Godzilla one, the Triptychon one. There's about 5 different versions of this toy. But does that make it any worse? No, it does not. And as you can see, he's a blue dinosaur, and he's a T-Rex, isn't he? Although T-Rexes should stand more like that. But, in the cartoon, he stands like this, doesn't he? So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So what do you get in the set, then? So you get Grimlock himself, you get his double barrel blaster, and you get this prick, Wheelie. In fact, you know what? We'll get him out of the way. You don't get the sword in this one, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, we get a Wheelie, coloured to look like he does in the comics, which is a bit weird. I'm not sure I like this colour scheme or not. And you got the blue Autobot symbol, which is it's just black outline on his chest there. He does have a remoulded head. I'll get onto that in a minute. Now, this thing, I'd rather have not done this, and we could have got a sword. But this thing is, I didn't like it with the Studio Series one, quite frankly. Right, because he does have articulation, so he can turn his head 360 degrees. He can move his arms in and out with a ball joint, nothing at the elbow, but they're on weird joints because you've got a ball joint sticking in there, and then you got one in there, which is weird, because a figure of, about this side, here is Sound Blaster here, because it's just a hand, he's got proper ball joints when his arms, legs, everything. So if you're going to give us something like this instead of this, and give him the ability to transform too, now this is the bit that annoys me. He's got waist articulation, his legs can move up and down, but he can't bend his knees, so you can't actually stand him up. Because the idea is that, I've probably gone through this on my Studio Series one, you can connect him to his Grimlock's back. You've got these little pegs on either side of his head there, and that's not in properly there. And he will fit on his back there, like he does in the movie. So you can get him to do that, and then he can hold his catapult there, and he can fire it off at Sharkticons. But it's just a bit kind of, it's a bit odd. If you could have made his knees bend, at least you could have stood him up next to him if you didn't want him on his shoulders. But anyway, here's the Studio Series one. As you can see, this is done in more cartoon colours. Yeah, but it looks like his face has been remoulded, actually. Yeah. So they took the time to remould his face, but not do his legs. See, I think this colour scheme works better. I mean, not because it's in the movie, but you've got all these nice black sections, grey sections there. Pick out some of this detail, whereas here it's all orange apart from there. But then again, it is supposed to be referencing the comics, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll put a link in here, or I'll put a photo in there. Yeah, and he comes with a catapult, just like this one does. And yeah, it's something, I guess, to justify the price, I guess. But, it is what it is. You can do without these guys, so we'll get rid of those. So he's blast effects compatible in this mode as well, so you can get his head, and then you can open his jaw up, and you can get some blast effects. We have some orange ones here, so we'll just build them back up. And then inside his mouth, you've got some nice detail. You got a nice peg just there, which will nicely fit on the blast effects. When I can get it on, come on, there we are. And just position that, and then he can shoot out his mouth, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. Now you can't put it in his feet, which is a bit of a shame, like he does in Call of the Primitives. But it is what it is. I suppose you could stick it out of there and you know. But there we go. So, yes. So back onto the main event, and he looks cool in this mode. I do like this. It is a bit lacking here, though, but that's more for the transformation. Oh, that's not in properly there. No, that won't fit in together. I wonder why that is. Okay. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I mean, he does replicate the original toy fairly well. I've got one here. You know, but they've got the boosters there. Well, the hinges for the thing, but they're in the artwork there look like boosters, and they've got rid of the diaclone part there. But they've replicated how he looks in the cartoon pretty well, and it's pretty cool. You know. So there is a G1 Grimlock. I don't have a G2 Grimlock, but as TF Nation is just slightly more than a week away, I might get one there. But yeah, he's got great articulation. Actually, take a look at some of the details. He's got all the same details as Studio Series. I won't go too much. Got a nice colour scheme. I do like this blue. It's very nice blue. And you've got the colours on the back of his legs there, which is back of his tail rather. And again, the tail here is a bit flat. I do like the G2 Autobot on there, which is a very nice touch. But yeah, pretty much it's Studio Series Grimlock. And he does come with a gun, and he comes with exactly the same gun. And you can attach it in various modes in various ways. So you can attach it to his leg if you wanted to and have that look going on. Or you can attach it to his ankle, again, have that look going on if you so chose. I don't know why you would, but you can do that. You can attach it here if you wanted to, so you can have it backwards facing. You know, like that. But in the instructions, they want you to... He's got two tabs there, and they fit in these two little slots here. It'd be nice if you could fit it in like that. You know, but, you know, there you go. So you connect him up just like that. When he wants to play, come on. So you connect that in. There we are. So it fits in like that. And you can carry it on his back. And then you can get wheelie, like I said earlier. And he fits on these two little ports here. Or pegs, rather, should I say. And he connects on. Thus. And he can sit there. And he can ride on Grimlock's back. Should the need ever arise. But we don't like that. So we get rid of him. He goes in a box and stays there forever. Because this is the main event. So, in terms of articulation. His head can rotate 360 degrees at the neck there. He can look up, look down. He can open his mouth, and he's got quite a big opening, which is pretty cool. His arms are on ball joints a little bit there, so you can get a bit of range of movement. His arms can move up and down, except mine is a little loose here. One thing I will say though, actually, this guy feels a lot more solid than the Studio Series one. I'll bring him in a moment. And you can rotate his legs 360 degrees, depending if you've got the gun on. Let's take that off because it looks stupid. 360 degrees. He can bend backwards like that, like a T-Rex. And his claws can move up and down. And he can move in and out as well, but that's your lot. So let's bring in the Studio Series Grimlock. And there he is. They look really good together. I can't wait to get them on a shelf together. Because I want the other Dinobots too. The other G2 Dinobots and the other G1 Dinobots. I'm still missing a couple. Slag and Sludge. But yeah, basically the same. The differences, though, is what I really like about this one. They've given us a clear neck, and you can see the gold bits inside there. Whereas this one is just all gold, which is very nice. Which replicates the cartoon, obviously. But this one is... it still has the detail moulded on there, if you can see it. There you go. So it's still got that bit of detail in there, which is very nice. So we'll move him out of the way. There we go. And bring him back. So let's transform him. Again, if you've seen my Studio Series Grimlock review, transforms exactly the same. Almost identical to the original toy, quite honestly. So what do? Is we just move his head up like that. It clicks, and then we can rotate it just out of the way slightly. Then we come to the dinosaur chest, and we split that. Actually, no, we need to unlock it from there. It will come forward. There we are. We split it, and then just get it out of the way like that. Get what will become his head. One thing I do like, though, is there's loads of detail in there as well, which they didn't have to put in there. But you got some nice detail in there. And you can rotate his head up like that. Then you get the front of the what will become his chest. and his arms. This hole will disconnect from the tail section here, and then rotate up like that into there. And you've got a couple of attachment points. You've got these little clips here will fit into these little slots there. Then you've got these two pegs here will fit into the slots there. And again, you've got some more detail on that bit as well, which is nice. And that all fits into there thus. And then we come into here, pull out his fists. Same for this side. Pull out his fists, that clicks, but there we go. Then what we do is come to the tail, we split it down the middle. Then we rotate this section round like that. Get this. I don't know why this is red. It's going to make that grey or blue to match that. It just sticks out a bit. Rotate that in like that. I mean, it goes away like that, but you know, it is what it is. And again, you've got detail moulded in there. You've got the CE there. Rotate that around, and then you rotate this whole section around like that. And then you've got these little clips. Will fit into these little clips there, like that, and like that. Rotate everything around, straighten everything up. Come to the back, rotate these in, and rotate these back to make his feet. And now what we do is we just straighten everything up, pull that down, and this, you've got a peg there, fits into there. I wish that peg was gold like that, or grey, or blue, but anyway, fits into there. A nice click, and you've got some detail underneath there as well, which is very nice. And then you just rotate everything how you want it. And there, boys and girls, oh, hang on a minute, is Grimlock in his robot mode. And he looks oh man, he looks awesome in this colour scheme. I really do like it. So big shout out to my sister who got this for my birthday. He's pretty fucking cool, isn't he? This colour scheme works surprisingly well, actually. I really do like it. Now these, you can position these how you want. I like to just raise them up like that, and now you can keep his dinosaur arms like that, but a lot of people I've seen do this, just get them out of the way. So this one on this side's a little loose. Don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's a little loose. So yeah, there, it won't stay in position. So I might have to get some clear nail varnish and just strengthen that up a bit in there. But yeah, that's it. He's pretty fucking cool. Pretty fucking cool. There he is. I like him. I like him a lot. Comes with his big blaster, which is very nice. Too bad he don't come with a sword, but you know, it is what it is. And he can put it in his gun there, like so. So yes. So in terms of articulate, let's have a look at that head sculpt. That is very Generation 1, isn't it? Look at that head sculpt. I wish these chests had a G2 logo, but you know, you can't have everything. But it's pretty cool. It does the job. But I like the G2 logos on his back of his feet, the back of his ankles there, or his calves even. It's very cool. Yeah. So in terms of articulation then, his head will rotate 360 degrees at the neck. It's on a ball joint. Although it doesn't want to fit, it doesn't want to stay pegged in there. It's a bit loose. If you move the kibble out of the way, his arms will rotate 360 degrees to a certain extent. You can move them in and out. You can rotate them at the top of the bicep there. Bend at the elbow. You can rotate at the wrist, and his feet can move as well. You leave that as they are. Rotate the waist. You kick forward, kick back, kick out. You can bend at the knee, and he's got a really good ankle tilt, which is very nice. But yeah, there he is. I really like this guy. Yeah. So there's a few things you can do with his gun. You can, like I say, you can hold it in his arm there. You can, I don't think it attached to his wrist. We can attach it to his wrist like that. But if you want to put it away, this section here will fit on his dinosaur arm there. So you can have it like that. But just, it's a bit weird. I don't know why you would do that, but there you go. But yeah, I mean, you can put it there as well if you wanted to. There's a peg there. So you could hang it off his back like that. But, you know, but why would you do that? Well, you can give him his gun, and he can gun all afternoon. So let's bring in the Studio Series one, and we'll compare them, shall we? And there is Studio Series Grimlock stood next to him, and they do look fucking fantastic together. They really do. And like I say, I think do you know what though? The plastic quality on this one feels a little better, quite honestly. And you know what? I'm actually quite liking this colour scheme a little bit better. And don't get me wrong, I love this one as well. But yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. And that's how they look together anyway, so we'll bring him out of the way. Yeah, he's fucking badass. He is blast compatible, which I forgot to show in dinosaur mode. I'll show that off in a minute. So if you've got some blast compatible, you can put them on his gun. He doesn't come with any, unfortunately, but if you've got blast effects, they can put them on there, and you can pew pew, bang bang, all day and all night. Actually, I've got the other one here. So you can pew pew, pew 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 pew. And it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Looks pretty fucking cool. So we'll just get rid of those. Yeah, I really like this guy. Unfortunately, I wish he'd come with a sword, and I could have done without this guy, quite honestly. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, he does come with him, I guess. I love the red eyes in this one as well, which is really nice. Yeah, I'm gushing over it. I mean, not just because it was a present of my sister for my birthday, but just the fact that it looks really good. It really does. I'm really, really enjoying it. So I kind of want the rest of the Grimlock's molds now. I wasn't that really bothered because I got the Studio Series one. I thought, yeah, that's good enough. And now I've got this one. I kind of want the other ones. So yeah, so that's me. That's Age of the Prams G2 Grimlock. Big shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, hit like, share, and hit the notification bell. I've only got new videos out, should be every Thursday and Saturday. But as TF Nation is only 8 days away now at this point, from time of recording, my videos are going to be few and far between, and I probably won't get any out while I'm at TF Nation. I might have the odd check TF Nation out videos while I'm live while I'm there, but other than that, yes. So bear with us. Let me get back. Let me rest. Let me show you what I bought, and then we'll get cracking on. So yeah, so that's me. That's that, and I will catch you all very soon. Thank you for watching.
Unleashing the power, tearing through the night. Transformers in my hands, ready for the fight. With every single figure, I gear up to transform. Soundwave SG-1, bringing thunder in the storm. Watch me review, watch this channel ignite. Fusing metal and vision, let's take flight. Transform.